Ghosts of the past can cause some undue stress. It's too bad some really great casting couldn't save this awful mess. Let's talk about it. Welcome, guys. Glad you're coming back to the channel. How you doing? Hey, really glad you stopped by. And if you're one of the new people who are stopping by, and if you're by chance of the 60% who are watching but aren't subscribed, what you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Then go next door, ring that bell, make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button, and before you head out, drop a comment down below. If you're one of the regulars here, welcome back for another round. Also, ask that you guys hit that like button, and before you leave, drop a comment as well. And of course, share the video out on all the socials. Okay, merch store is still going. We got the campaign going through the end of February. Also, be sure to check out the playlist and check out the featured channels. Alrighty, so it's been no secret if you've caught me on other streams or whatever. I've been on an Anya Taylor-Joy kick. I just recently did a review of the menu, which I really enjoyed. I did a review sometime last year over the Northman, which I really enjoyed. I've seen The Witch, and I may do a review on that at a future date. So I was really excited to watch The Last Night in Soho. Oh boy, talk about disappointing. Really didn't do anything for me. It was really bad. And we're going to talk about the things I liked, things I didn't like, and where I thought this film had its strengths and how it just did not deliver at the end. So, from this point, some light spoilers ahead. Okay, quick synopsis first. The story follows Eloise Turner. She's a wide-eyed fashion student heading off to a prestigious fashion institute in London. She's very enamored by the decade in London that was the 1960s. The fashion sense, the hairstyles, all of that. And she also sees ghosts. And these two plot points collide when she takes a room where she begins to, when she goes to sleep, begins to feel the memories and the life of a young socialite in the 1960s named Sandy, who was also had a big-eyed dreams of becoming a star in the entertainment scene. And what we've got here is, for the first hour, is a really good kind of a psychological thriller building toward that. Unfortunately, almost exactly at the halfway point of the film, it takes a hard turn and goes from psychological thriller to slasher monster film. And just really goes off the rails, and the victim, Sandy, ends up becoming the villain. Quick synopsis there. Things I liked. I've mentioned the casting of this. I mean, you had an amazing casting in this. First off, for the two lead roles, you had Jack and Sandy. Jack played by Matt Smith, who, do I need to say anything more about Matt Smith? House of the Dragon, Doctor Who, The Crown, Anya Taylor-Joy. Again, I mentioned the films that she has been in. We also get a appearance by Terrence Stamp, who you would know as General Zod from Superman 2, the voice of Jor-El from Smallville. He is a silver-haired gentleman. That's what we later find out. He's got a more significant role. And we have Diana Rigg, who plays the landlord where Eloise lives. That is Miss Collins. And Diana Rigg, you would know from Game of Thrones. She played Olenna Tyrell. I also really liked the first hour. As I said, it started with a psychological thriller beat, and then when it made that hard turn, it went full slasher monster. I am just not a fan of slashers at all, so this really took me out of the film. And the first hour really goes to my other like, which was the chemistry, on-screen chemistry between Anya Taylor-Joy and Matt Smith, especially the first time where they meet inside this club and they have a dance. When they hit the dance floor, it is just oozing cool, and just little looks, a wink, a smile, a little gesture, something, just really, really great stuff with those two actors. Now, by contrast, the other two lead pair, that would be the title role of Eloise Turner, played by Thomasin de McKenzie, and her boyfriend John, played by Michael Agiel. Oh, what a difference. These two have no chemistry whatsoever. And just Thomasin's voice is so mousy that it is felt like nails on a chalkboard to me. And John is the same look, same speech pattern, same everything. He's got this deer in headlights look, and every time he's on screen, and it is the dialogue between those two is so clumsy that I don't buy it at all. Other thing I did really not like, and I can already feel the eye rolls coming in, is the depiction of men. Yeah, from right from the start, we got the creepy cab driver, the douchebag in the pub. Now, these were both in the first half, so if the first half kept going with the psychological thriller line, I could overlook those. But the second half makes that hard turn, and to where Terrence Stamp's character, we find out that Sandy gets drug into the life of a prostitute. So Terrence Stamp's character was a vice cop that was trying to get girls out of the sex work life. But when we see Terrence Stamp, he's depicted as creepy. So I didn't like that. And the final twist is when we find out that Sandy is really Miss Collins, and that she has killed all these men in violent ways, that all men must die. And it's not her fault that she killed them. It's their fault. It's never her fault. She has no blame in this whatsoever, because she's justified because of what they did to her, as if she had no choice. And even John, who is a fellow fashion student at the Institute, by the end of the film, he's regulated to the sidelines. He's up in the stands watching Ellie's presentation where she takes the nightlife club attire of the 1960s dresses and has them on men. That really irked me. And then, of course, right at the end, her colleagues, her fellow female students, when she goes backstage, they're all praising her, and she's so brave and so brave and so brave and so brave. And it comes across as just so pathetic. So, final thoughts on this. This was a really good first half. Second half just goes into this hard turn feminist screech that, despite the great acting in the first half, it's not enough to save this film. So out of 10, this gets a 3. But hey, these are just my thoughts. I'm going to turn it back over to you. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And of course, check me out on Friday. We got something coming up. Also, Legion Talk on Friday as well at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, talking about the week in pop culture. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. So before you head out, remember, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. And I will see you Friday for something new and for Legion Talk. Until then, guys, have a great rest of your week. Always have fun. Hashtag keep talking. And always keep that smile on your face. Toodles.